George Reeker's career as one of America's loudest voices in the anti-gay, cure the gays movement, his career has fallen apart ever since this picture of him appeared in the Miami New Times. That's George on the left there, and a very handsome young man he met at rentboy.com, returning from an all-expenses-paid European vacation together. Mr. Reekers resigned from a national Cure the Gays group on Tuesday, saying, quote, "With the assistance of a defamation attorney, I will fight these false reports because I have not engaged in any homosexual behavior whatsoever. I am not gay and never have been." Rentboy.com, for its part, is also defending itself, releasing this statement about the affair, quote, "At Rentboy.com, it is our policy to protect the privacy of any escort advertising his services on our site. The same goes for clients. Information exchanged between consenting adults meeting on our site remains private. Mr. Reekers has built a highly public, lucrative career out of shaming gay men and women. If it is true that he took a rent boy on vacation, then he has brought this negative attention on himself. Our mission is to create a non-judgmental space where anyone curious about exploring male-male companionship can hire a man by the hour. We remain open-minded and devoted to privacy for the people who use our site, but we can't take the risk out of leading a double life or having a closeted or hypocritical career. If you're a famous heterosexual homophobe and you appear in public with a rent boy, you're just asking for trouble. If you would like to take a porn star or male escort on vacation, rentboy.com is where you'll find him. Excess baggage can indeed be heavy, and there is nothing like a hot man to help you unload it." End quote. Sarah Palin says, "I turn all beet red sometimes." I'd like to see her try to read that with a straight face. Without a straight face. In any case, excess baggage can indeed be heavy. George Reekers has, however, found at least one defender, Maddow Famous of Liberty Counsel, the conservative legal group known for supporting Don't Ask, Don't Tell and for opposing same-sex marriage rights, as well as opposing Hogwarts certificates of accomplishment for kids who finish one of the Harry Potter books. They're against those, too. Last summer, you might recall that Liberty Counsel made this show when they declared that health reform, remember health reform? They declared that health reform would mandate free sex change operations. Not just a completely ridiculous suggestion, but a very complicated one as well. Maddow Famous of Liberty Counsel today told the Washington Times, quote, "I think Mr. Reekers would have a great case to file a defamation suit. I think it was a completely arranged setup." Now, for the record, Miami New Times says it got the photo because a friend of the rent boy in question had been reading the rent boy's email and tipped off the paper's reporters. So in that way, yes, they had set up a situation in that they thought they might be able to catch George Reekers at the airport that day. Also, George Reekers appears to have arranged the setup himself by cruising for this guy on rentboy.com and then taking him on vacation. Also, for the record, Liberty Counsel has cited Mr. Reekers' pseudo-research in a California court fight against gay marriage and in the Florida ban on gay couples adopting kids. So Maddow Famous and Liberty Counsel naturally have their own interest in defending George Reekers since they've counted on him in court. It should perhaps also be noted that George Reekers has an interest in that nice-looking blonde guy. Is that so wrong?